Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So my name is John Burleson. I'm 37 years old, lived in Austin since I was 3. I was raised by an amazing activist mother. She had me marching and rallying when I was only like 6-7 years old. She took me all over the country to NOW conferences and NARAL conferences. She's a survivor of domestic violence. We actually had to hide from my father for over 10 years and lived in a shelter at one point, a battered women's shelter here in Austin. So she instilled a lot of activist tendencies in me, but as a young person, you want to rebel against your parents some, and so essentially I rebelled by not being a rebel for a long time. And then just really recently, on Sunday, I had a huge political awakening and realized that there was this need for... there's so much bad stuff going on right now for progressives, and everybody is mad, and they don't necessarily know what to do, and they don't know what organizations exist out there. And I just saw this need for a place where people can come and just see what's going on, and especially in issues that necessarily don't affect them, but that they still care about. Because I'm not an immigrant. I have some immigrant friends and stuff, but I've never been really involved in the immigrant movement. So I didn't know any of the organizations that existed for it. So because of that, I didn't know how to find out about any of the events that they were having, and how to support those. So that's just really kind of where I stand right now. It's been a pretty amazing response. I just started doing this like a week ago, and we already have 200 members in the group. I've already been finding out about all these different resources that are out there that I had no idea existed, and I'm able to share them with people. I actually got a message yesterday from somebody who he joined my group after coming to that protest on Sunday, and he didn't know about SB4 coming up, but he is an immigrant. And he found out from my group that the SB4 hearing was coming up. He actually went to the Senate and testified against the bill because he found out about it on my site. And even just by helping out one person, I feel like any of the effort that I put into it is worth it, And I just hope that I can continue to help facilitate people to help resist what's going on right now.
Yeah, and I do think that that's really important because people want an outlet right now, and people say oh yeah, it's not really making a difference, but it is. Have people having a venue and a comfortable place to talk about how they feel.
Right, and I don't know if you know, on Friday there was an impromptu vigil at the governor's mansion for immigrant rights and against SB4. That was totally a viral Facebook thing that just took off. This guy posted a thing at noon saying, hey, we're going down there, we're going to have a vigil there until 9 o'clock today. There was 3 people signed up. Everybody started blasting it all over Facebook, and a couple hundred people showed up by the end. And it's amazing what can be achieved with organizing through Facebook, and just by people sharing the information to everybody else. And you don't know, I really tell people, share these things on your Facebook site, because you may not even know who you're going to affect by it, but a friend of your friend might see it on their feed, and they may be the person who will be the next leader of the revolution, And I think it's just important to get that information out there.
What do you think are kind of the biggest movements going on within the Travis County area right now?
Oh, geez. It's the start of the legislative session, so, almost everything. But basically, immigrants' rights is extremely contentious right now in Travis County, especially after the SB4 hearing. 16 or 17 hours of testimony, they still moved the bill forward. Ridiculous. But, that's helped really galvanize a lot of people. Definitely Planned Parenthood. I've seen a lot of Planned Parenthood stuff. There's definitely been a lot of fundraisers that have been started recently for Planned Parenthood, and just events that are upcoming that will be Planned Parenthood fundraisers. Sorry.
What do you think are the best ways to fight back? So you're saying information. What's another way that people within the community can fight back?
So, of course, there's so many different ways. I mean, of course, going to a protest and even just showing solidarity is a way to fight back. The politicians, they watch the news. They know what's going on. They may not say it in public, but they feel it. They know what's up. They know that people are mad. And they know that because people are on the news every night right now protesting what they're doing. But not everybody can go out and protest, especially on the weekdays during work times and stuff. So it's really important that people contact their representatives, and it's important to do it in all the different ways. I know a lot of people say, well, I'm calling and I'm just getting their voicemail. Leave them a voicemail. That's even easier. You don't have to talk to a real person. Sending emails. Yes, they can just delete them. They don't, though. My mom has gotten responses from Senator John Cornyn about different issues. Not all of the ones that she sent, but some of the ones that she sent. Same with postcards. There's a lot of people are starting to have these little postcard parties. And even so my mom just had one in her neighborhood, and they just did off of their neighborhood listserv. They decided to do this postcard party. They all got together. Someone printed out postcards. Somebody bought stamps. And they filled them out for a couple hours, had a bottle of wine, and had a great time. And they're making a difference, there's so many direct actions that you can take like that really don't take that much time, but if enough people do them, they make enough noise that it'll make a difference.
Thank you. I know I've kind of talked about specific instances within Travis County, but are there kind of specific events you've been to or specific experiences you've had that you would like to share?
Sure. So we had a protest at the Austin airport last Sunday, which the date escapes me right now. But that was really amazing. That was another organic thing that just kind of happened. I found this event on Facebook in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning. There was 19 people that were supposed to come. We started blasting it all over Facebook. I notified all the different local broadcasters that there was going to be a protest down there. I let the airport know. By the time we headed down there was over 500 people signed up. 500 people did show up, and when I got down there was only a couple dozen people, and they weren't really doing anything, just standing around holding the sign. So I started getting people to chant. After we had been doing that about 45 minutes or so, someone asked me, well, did I know anybody who had a personal story about it? And I didn't, so I just walked out in front of the crowd of a couple hundred people and just asked who wants to share how this is affecting them. And we ended up having a 2-hour open mic event that was amazing, where people just shared their stories. And there was refugees there sharing their stories. There was a retired Army officer there that shared the story of how his family had fought for this country since the American Revolution, and they didn't fight for that. And there was lawyers down there. I mean, it was an amazing experience.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Problem.
It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to join your group because this is really inspirational.
Yeah, thank you. And definitely whatever y'all do, article or whatever.
Yes, we're going to publicize it.
And just link it on the group, or link it, or just make friends with me on Facebook too, and link it to me or whatever.
Yes,
awesome.
That'd be fantastic.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.